Randall John Domenico.
We're ready to educate people.
It's about the good, the bad, and the ugly. No bullshit. The real deal.
Welcome back to another episode of The Real Deal. I'm Sam.
I'm Nick.
I'm Naz.
And today we have another special guest, but not just any guest, guys. Today we're doing, we're talking a little differently on the pod, and we're doing a sort of a Meet the Team segment. And this is not just any team member, but also this person plays a huge role behind the scenes for the real deal. So without further ado, we welcome Giulia Gentile on the podcast.
Hi guys, it's very weird to be on this side of the camera, not gonna lie.
So just some background on Giulia, guys. She is our marketing director here at the Ferng Team. She handles all our marketing from marketing materials for listing, selling, presentations, all our social media, advertising, and most importantly, assisting with all the content creation around this podcast and editing. So Giulia is a huge part of the real deal.
She's the backbone.
Do you, Ju? Do you?
And it actually feels really good to have her on this side of the table for once.
and we wanted to introduce her to everyone because she plays a huge part on this team. So, Giulia.
Hi guys, thank you, that was very nice.
Take the stage. It's time for you to shine.
How does it really feel to be on this side?
Weird, because I'm like, I don't know if I look at the camera, look at you guys, like both. I know.
Both. Well, I mean, you're the director of the show, so we always say keep it natural, and now you have
I
to
know.
take
Yeah,
on what
keep
you
it
tell
natural,
everyone
Giulia.
else. Yeah. Okay, so let's maybe ask you a question to get started.
Yes.
So, Giulia, why do you like working at the Ferng Team?
I love it. I've been here for like over 2 years now, I believe, and it's honestly the best place to work. It's like a family, as you guys know.
Yep.
Everybody's very supportive, everybody's very helpful, and I feel like I've grown a lot, I've learned a lot, and I'm very happy with where I am right now because of the team.
So what's like so you've been working with the team now, you've built a lot of our social media pages up. What's your game plan for the next, maybe your 5-year plan or your next move here, either with the team or individually on your own? Where do you see Giulia in 5 years?
Great question.
Great question. Well, as you guys know, I'm currently in the process of getting my real estate license. I'm almost there. So this year game plan, let's finish that up very shortly. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing here. Let's grow the team some more. Love it. And I also want to do some stuff for myself on the real estate side, learn from you guys as well. And I'm looking forward to that.
I was actually just giving Giulia shit today for not finishing her courses. Learn from them, Giulia. Learn from.
Almost there.
Don't learn from me.
Hopefully by the time this is posted, I'll be done. Let's see.
Oh.
Let's see.
Big flex.
Let's
That's
see,
a
couple
challenge, big
weeks.
flex.
That's a big
Let's
challenge.
see.
Goal setter.
Goal setter. That's what we like to
So
see here.
if I'm done by the time this is posted, we'll go for like.
Actually, you know what? That would be
Drinks.
the podcast title. Giulia got it or she didn't get it.
If you're watching Instagram, YouTube,
What's today's
wherever
date?
you're watching,
January the 27th. Okay, guys?
put it in the
We're marking
comments
it down.
below if you think Giulia passed or not.
Okay, so license is coming up. What is one of the main things you're excited for to have your license? Like, what's a little bit of your plan being a realtor in the next couple months? Some of the things, I mean, you've had a lot of inspo from us. You've seen what we've done. So now you can kind of take that and build your own plan.
That's
so.
honestly, seeing you guys grow, seeing what you guys are able to do, it makes me really inspired too. Because it makes me want to grow. It makes me want to like learn the things that you guys are doing, do what you guys are doing as well. But I'm not ready to give up the marketing side because I do love it. That is what I went to school for.
I think marketing is still half the job as being a realtor.
Yeah.
Like 90% of the time, you're always marketing yourself, trying to get more business.
You're
So that's
right.
one part of the job. So you already
So-
have that covered.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
And honestly, when I did decide that this is like what I wanted to do, that did come into my mind a lot where I have this background. I understand it. I know what to do
Did you
and
go to
stuff.
school for marketing as well too? So
Yeah.
tell us about your background in marketing and how
Okay.
that's kind of helped you
So
on your
we'll go
journey.
back.
And where'd you go
there.
to school, Giulia?
Yeah.
I went to Ryerson, which is now known as TMU.
You represent.
Shout out.
So Yeah, so I studied there. I majored in marketing. I had a minor in professional communications. Loved it there. It was a great time. after I graduated, it was COVID. So middle of a disaster pandemic.
Tough start,
Not
yeah.
really much to do. I ended up on the team actually a pretty funny way. One of my cousins is an agent on the team, and he had me helping him out throughout COVID.
Shout out to Matt.
Shout out to Matt.
He had me like helping him make simple little like things for mail outs and emails, and I guess he had presented it to Fernando. Fernando said, "I like that. Who did it for you?" He brought me in, and I've been here ever since then. We've
Opened
been
the
growing
doors from there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's how I came on the team, basically.
Fern is just out here changing lives. If nobody knew, Fern just changes lives on the daily.
Big influencer.
Big influence. Big influence.
If you're looking for your life to change,
Just
or be
walk.
turned upside down, just walk
No,
in
well,
the
I
door.
think that going to that, like, I think your environment has a lot to do with your successes, and I think even just going back to like all of our stories, like we've all been able to excel working together. So I think I'm personally really excited for you to work
you.
alongside us in the sales world, and I think you'll have a ton of support. I know you'll have a ton of support. So. Yeah, I'm excited for you. I can't wait for you to get started.
Here's kind of the thing that I've noticed just being on the team, right? Is, and this will be great for you, especially being somebody who's younger, getting into the business. Oops, I just fucked this up. Is that when you're around people who are similar in age and you, where the age gap's not far, you realize where you can take your life and your business, right? It's forget money, because money comes and money
and
goes,
goes.
Yeah,
right?
it's-
It's about everything else. It's about where you can see yourself. When I started real estate, like I didn't want to be a realtor. I've said that on the podcast before. But when I joined the team, you know, being here, first of all, seeing Nick and seeing what he was able to accomplish from where he was prior to him being on the team, and then being exposed to like, you know, the Fern's lifestyle and what he does, it made me understand that there's more than just selling real estate. There's a whole world out there that you can build off of this business.
Yeah.
Right. And like Sam joining on board, I had never heard of some of the stuff she does, like the Buzz conference. I
Literally.
had no idea.
Yeah.
Part of my
Brought a
language, but I
lot
didn't know
of
what the
stuff when
fuck
you
that was
came, like-
before Sam joined the team. Right. So, and now it's like there's opportunities to build a rapport within your network of your colleagues, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what we all are. Even though
gonna
we're
say,
friends, is we're
use
colleagues.
each other
Yeah.
for your own benefit, and that's
Right.
that's in a good way. Like you have something that I don't have, you have
For
something
sure.
that I don't
Oh,
have,
yeah.
and vice versa, and we all
100%.
bring something unique to the table, and that's what helps us all do well.
Yeah.
And I always say, real estate can be so lonely, and
It
I worked
is.
alone for a long time in this business, so as a new agent starting on a team,
Yeah.
you're in the best place, number one, and number two, like just finding your people. Passion, people, it all fuels
Yeah,
each other.
I would definitely
So-
say like usually
It
we
all goes
ask
hand in hand.
Usually we ask guests to give advice to new starting agents. Unfortunately, Julia, we can't ask you that, but what we can do is give you advice,
I'd love that.
right? And I think
But what Julia can give us advice on
Is
is how to
marketing.
market ourselves,
Yeah,
either
for
on
sure.
a industry level as realtors or even just on a general perspective.
true.
Because she has all kinds of
that's
marketing
true.
experience.
So why don't we
Thank you.
do this twofold? We're going to give you advice, our best piece
Okay.
of advice, each
Love
of us
it.
for this business. And then you give advice to those out there who are starting or wondering how to market themselves.
Sounds good.
How's that sound?
I love that.
All right, Sam, why don't you kick it off with some with some advice?
piece.
One piece each.
one piece each. Okay. Be yourself. Just be authentically you. That's it. That's all I can offer. Like,
that.
and I bring my own character out in everything I do. So just bring that with you. Bring Julia everywhere you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Nick?
Love it.
Wow, there's a lot. But if I had to give one piece of advice in this business, be transparent. Be honest. Not only with
Another good
yourself,
one.
but with everyone. This industry is so big, but so small at the same time, and your reputation goes a long way. So be honest. Be transparent with everyone. Every transaction you do, it'll take you really far in this business.
I like that.
Okay, well, they picked all the good ones. So, no, I think if I had to give you a piece of advice on this business, it's to set high standards. And when I mean that, I mean for your business. So the way you're going to run your business, set high standards for the ethics you have when it comes to this business, because there are a lot of unethical people in this industry, and set high standards for the goals you want to achieve and hold yourself to those standards, right? Because in this business, it's very easy to do a deal and take your foot off the gas. It's very easy to achieve your goals in this business. And the problem I find with most realtors is they hit their goals and they stop, right?
Like a plateau.
Yeah, don't take your foot off the gas. Set those standards, and if you reach those standards, set higher ones, right? And I think as long as you do that, you'll have longevity in this business. There's lots more advice that we can give you, but this
we
is
can
like
be here all day.
3 good pieces of
But
advice that
high
I think
quality
will
points,
will
yeah.
work. Okay, Ju.
Now,
Give us some
you
marketing
go through
advice.
all of us and say what we could be doing better on a marketing level.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Like a general perspective, like what can people be doing on an everyday basis?
Yeah.
Maybe easy stuff on their social pages or on a low key marketing level
And if
to
we're-
just build their
stuff.
brand.
Yeah, and if we're speaking on social pages or posts or anything to that regard, any sort of key metrics or anything that you see or find that
We should look out for.
yeah, or has to be met.
Yeah.
Well, you guys know that reels right now are popping off on Instagram.
Yes.
Take advantage of that. Those are easy things that you guys can do. Just sit in front of your phone, talk to what you know. You guys know so much. You're all so knowledgeable. Talk about what you know. In regards to advice, kind of piggyback off both of yours.
Yeah.
Sorry, yours is great, but it goes hand in hand because this is what I was thinking.
This is bullshit because they took the good ones and then Naz was stuck out in the
yours
fucking
was
cold.
super high quality.
was
I
so
have to
good,
say,
honestly.
like,
I'm a
yours
good
hit
bullshit
home for
artist.
me,
It did,
'cause
it did.
I could relate to yours for sure.
Oh,
But-
thanks, Sam. Make me feel good.
In regards to like social media and marketing that way, if you're fake online, people can tell. It's easy to tell. If you are yourself, you're real, you're transparent, like both of you guys said, it really translates and it
Carries with you.
Yeah.
So, what do you think is something beneficial, maybe a skill that a realtor can learn to help them build their marketing? Because at the end of the day, I think anybody can pay somebody to do it. But for those that are starting out that don't have the funds to pay, a company like the Influence Agency or whatever they're called, to run a social media account or to build a social media account, what is like a skill that they should learn that'll help them get to where they have to be?
a piece of advice I can say is find your niche, find what you're good at and excel in it.
There you go.
Find what makes you
a good one.
different and push that. Because
No,
that's
that's a
gonna
good one,
it's gonna
for sure.
differentiate yourself from the competition, from everybody around you.
And that I can fully relate to because
Yeah.
I like to be on camera. Well, I've gotten more comfortable with it over time, and I've gotten used to doing videos and talking to my audience, which I'd like to say is buyers and sellers in the resale market. So I've found my niche, and I've gotten comfortable with speaking to that. So that's honestly so true. If you find what you're comfortable speaking to, it'll just come so naturally. And again, consistency goes with that, right? So if you're putting out what you like and you're consistent, it'll always bring back a positive result.
Don't think by posting 2 reels you're gonna just blow up and go popular.
Yeah.
Have a content schedule. Schedule. What
You
you're
want
gonna
people to know you
post.
for what you're posting, right? So
Yes.
like commercial, for example, Nicholas, that's what you do. We want people to know that that's your go-to because he's always posting videos in relation to
Exactly.
that. Or like Naz and I, we like resales, so we want people that call us. So we want people to come to us in that regard, right? So that's what we like to speak to.
FernandoHasBuyers.com.
See, marketing.
But no, this is awesome. Great tips, Julia.
Thanks.
Um,
Again, it feels weird being on this side.
yeah. I think,
I'm usually right there.
I think you do have a huge advantage, though. Obviously,
With the experience.
with the experience, basically starting on a team before you're on the team, sort of thing.
Yeah, like that's
And
a huge
from the
advantage,
sales
right?
perspective,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying.
Yes. For sure.
Yeah.
So learning behind the scenes while you're getting your real estate license, and
Building contacts,
and
network,
you already know
relationships.
half the stuff that most new agents don't. So I think you're way ahead of the game. So
Thanks,
Toots.
guys.
kudos.
Well,
Thank
I
you.
definitely think I'd have to agree with Nick because there's certain things like you're building good habits, right? Which is like so important out of the gate, is to not build it's not to build good habits, but to not build bad habits.
Yeah, because those
Do
come
you know
easy.
what I mean? Yeah. Oh yeah. Those come super easy.
And again, going back to that environment thing, because you're always in the environment with people who are transacting, you're used to the hiccups and the ups and the downs.
For sure.
Yeah,
'Cause
like
you're
things
going through it
happen.
with us as a team.
For sure.
You're already so much further and one step ahead.
And
guys.
and I don't see a lot of people your age getting their real estate licenses.
I'm the same age.
I know, but do you see a lot of people
Female
your
power.
But do you see a lot of
We've known
people
each other
your
since, like,
age
grade
getting
10.
your
Temple
real
Scola.
estate
Shout out to
licenses?
Dom Cervello.
Do you know what I mean? I don't.
I agree.
I don't see a lot of people doing it. So I think you have an advantage. Well, you and Sam have an advantage because there's not like us. Like I know I could throw $100 into a room of people I went to high school with and hit 10 realtors.
Really?
Easy. I could throw keys in a room and hit all of the realtors.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, there's so many realtors. Yeah.
And you're, I guess,
At
your
our age
generation.
bracket,
There's
yeah,
not
there
many
are.
around
No,
our
there
age.
actually is.
There's not.
There's really
Now
not.
that honestly,
is
now
what
that
I'm
you
saying.
I
say
think
that,
I know maybe less than 10. I can count all
So
of them
this
on
is
my
what I'm saying.
hands.
But this is a good time for you guys and for the people younger than you that don't have their real estate licenses yet, that are looking to get into the market to get out there and to advertise yourself and to be that figure in their community.
It is
right?
true. It is
True.
an advantage.
No, that's
Because
great
it's
point,
like a
honestly.
farming area. Instead of
I
mailing out, you reach out to the people that you've known since you were younger, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
It's a farming
that,
area.
That works with
You're
our
right.
demographic of people.
Yeah.
It doesn't always work when you're working with a different age group of demographic of people. So being young works to your advantage, but at the same time it doesn't. You have to really know your setting and your scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also to and I've said this before on the podcast, real estate is such a vague category when you talk about it. It's a huge industry. And just because you have your license, like most people do, doesn't mean you're necessarily selling real estate. You could be on the sales side for sure. You can be on the construction side, the development side, the financial side, the leasing side. There's just
So many doors.
so many doors
Yeah.
that can be open. And by obviously going through the process of getting your license, you dip into a little bit of those categories. But until you're actually on the ground running, that's when you will fully get a better understanding of the total picture and sort of your niche and where do you want to go. So
and even like what
it's
is out there.
It's a
'cause
very
there's-
big industry with a lot of
Have you started to think
lot of
about
things
what
you
you
could
want to do, what you want to specialize in?
Honestly, I have some ideas, but I want to finish what I'm doing, get into it before I.
My best advice to you is try it all.
Yeah.
Like try it all. Like any opportunity that comes your way, that's the only way you'll learn if you
Yeah.
like it or not. My first few deals were commercial transactions.
And now
would
you-
I have learned how to do a commercial transaction if I had said no to those opportunities?
True.
No, right? But now 4 years later, I know how to do that. That's not my niche, not my realm, but never
But that's
say
what
no.
you
The
started-
point is, don't say
yeah.
no to opportunity. You're gonna learn something new, and it's that hands-on experience that you really want to take home with you, like all the time.
As per Sam, focus on each step. Don't focus on the staircase.
Oh yeah, I posted
Right?
that this morning.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. You can't run before you can walk. You
yeah.
can't walk before you can crawl. So I think you're right for wanting to focus on what's ahead of you. But I agree with Sam that once you're here, don't close the door to opportunity, because what you're going to realize is opportunity only comes once in a while. It's not always there. And to the 80,000 realtors in the GTA, they should know that. So when it comes, do not say no. I don't care what it is. I've had more jobs than I have fingers and toes. And
Naz has lived a lot of lives.
and I can
It's like
say
a
that there has never been a time where I've gone in for a job interview and said I couldn't do something, right? When I learned how to drive standard, like manual cars, I worked at Subaru and they asked me, do you know how to drive standard cars? And I said, yeah, for sure. Meanwhile, I was just burning clutches and gearboxes, learning manual on their cars, because I don't say no to opportunity. And that's,
Did you learn? Did you learn?
that's the guy.
That's the guy that
For
did it.
legal reasons.
don't call.
But
no,
did you learn?
But I learned.
There you go.
I learned, right? So I agree with Sam. I think that's the only way to become,
And also to
A
figure out what you
professional
like
in this
too,
business.
right? Yeah.
but to become a professional in this business, you need that experience. It's plain and simple, because if you think you're a professional only doing residential real estate, you're so fucking wrong. Like,
Yeah.
you're so wrong.
You
You're
can
gonna
have a
be more
niche
wrong.
and specialize, but again, yeah, stick to your niche and your specialization, but do it all if you can.
And I
Yeah.
think this goes back to the advantage of being on a team where
Everyone
everyone
does- I was
has
exactly.
their own niche and
You can reach
leverage
out.
those opportunities.
Connect with each other.
Get the help. We help each other out at the end of the day. We
Yeah.
work as a team.
Yeah, that exactly. You bring your opportunity to the team. Like, I have a client who wants to purchase a $5 million commercial building. I have no idea where to start, but my friend Nicholas over here does. So,
It's true. Likewise for residential. Well,
Ask,
yeah.
ask Nick how many times prior to him starting on the team that I would call him for commercial advice. I would call, hey, what do you think of this? Hey, what do you think of this? How do you do this? Just because I didn't know, and he was my only plug for advice when it came to commercial real estate, right? So thankfully I learned, but now he's here, so I don't have to do that shit anymore.
but team environment, I think, is a big component for new agents starting
Yeah.
on teams. So
I can't imagine any other way. I don't know how people do it.
and a lot of people do. They're just
Yeah.
here you go.
talking
Yeah.
from experience, it's not easy being on your own. Again, lonely business. We all know that. So having a team to come to is the best feeling, to be honest. Yeah.
And I like the little group that we've started here. Continue to grow it.
Call me anytime, any place, anywhere.
Everybody on the team is great. It's a good place to be.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
One last question though.
Oh no.
The very last one.
The one actually Julia reminds us to ask everybody. So
I
now,
I think she curated it.
yeah.
Bum 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 bum.
Drum roll, please.
So, Julia, what makes you the real deal?
Honestly, in everything I do, I put 100% in. I'm very transparent, like you guys were saying, in everything I do, and I just give it my all. Try my best, and what's meant to be is meant to be.
Great answer.
That's a stamp
Love
of
that.
approval. Love that.
Love that.
She passed. You passed.
Okay,
You
thank
passed.
you. I was worried.
Now pass your exams.
I know. We'll see.
January 27th,
If
just so
this-
we know.
When I'm editing this, we'll see. I'll put
We're
a little
gonna-
thing if I
Like
passed
a
it.
month?
We're gonna
like
do.
a month today. Like, you better be knocking.
No, I should be. I'll be
With that
there.
license.
We're gonna do a poll. Did Julia get it? Yes or no? And see what happens.
We should do a giveaway.
All right. If Julia passes, we're gonna give away Real Deal merch. To,
Deal.
A
to
t-shirt. Yeah, yeah, we'll
somebody
send a
one of
t-shirt.
our viewers.
Yeah.
And if someone guesses her mark,
Oh. You get 2 T-shirts.
2 t-shirts.
more merch. More merch.
All right.
Thanks for
Hey,
having me
guys.
on, guys. This was fun.
Thanks for joining us.
No problem.
And thanks for all your help, always.
No problem.
We love you.
Couldn't do it without you. Literally. Like,
Oh my
could
god.
not do these videos without Julia.
100%.
Thanks, guys.
Well,
I think that's a wrap.
that's a wrap.
Yep.
And until next time.
Until next time.
We're the real deal.